Hey guys, Dark Lord Deuce, aka the Elden Armor, getting back to you on another build video, guys. I call this one 3D, or the Devastatingly Dangerous Destroyer build. Guys, the burst damage this build has from being a Dex build is crazy, but just to show you what the plain stats are, you start out with a Vagabond, as always, you know what I'm saying, for anything but a strength build. Then you run 60 vigor, 10 mind, 38 endurance, 21 strength, 50 dex. Now 50 dex, from what I've heard, is the soft cap on dex, but just to be on the safe side, guys, with this helm, which is the cursed blade helm, and in Millicent's, it puts you at 60 dex, so you're rocking 60 dex. Now if you want to rock 55 and have more poise, you can run 99 poise on it, still have your changes. Now I also run the ritual sword and shield, guys, and what I do as soon as I get hit, these are my swaps right here. So this was how it would look once you get hit. But guys, the damage this build does is just devastating. I've been running it with shared order, and guys, that buff, the great thing about it is when you cast it, just like the video says, it don't go off even if you change the weapon. Now I also found out tonight that you can cast shared order, throw this weapon off, and cast sacred order, like say if you had another Kiba behind it, and it actually gives you way more AR, and they will stack, guys. But the great thing about this build, guys, is the versatility of the weapons you have, because everything you have is going to do more damage with the lightning infusions, especially if you're power stancing. Now, I've been running King just because the greases we got from the DLC pumps the AR up a little higher, and I can switch fast enough to get away with it. But as always, guys, it's just like I said, it's a simple build. I'm going to show you what it can do, man. Power stats and all the keepers all the way, guys. But as always, y'all, Dark Lord Deuce, aka the Elden Armor. Peace out, y'all. Have a blessed day. Alright, guys, I was going to give you a little commentary on this one. Pretty much, guys, the main thing with using this Dex build is based around pretty much control. So if you can get the jump L1 into unsheath, crouch L1 combo, that's pretty much all slash health. This build's made to where it does so much damage, especially, you know, if you catch somebody off guard, like these last few videos, that there's just no way to recover. Most of them give up. Now, with that being said, guys, the reason Dex is so good is because usually when you're two-handing a weapon, you want strength go, but if you're going to be power stancing or using a pseudo combo, 90% of the time it's going to do more damage than Dex. There's a lot of good pseudo combos that are really good on Dex, especially, you know, Halberd off stock, it's always going to be strong. Then you're going to have, you know, pretty much your Kibas that are power stance straight swords. Not only that, guys, you can also use power stance pokers, which are really good on this build. But like I said, the way this build's run, guys, especially using the ritual sword and the ritual shield, if you don't get hit and at least land 1 or 2 attacks, you can just about guarantee, no matter what they are, they're going to be at half health or below. Now with the pokers, guys, pokers are just one of those weapons that you can be really aggressive with and pretty much push the action, just cause how much damage they do and the priority they keep and the range. But you can see here, like right there, was L and WoW moments. But after that, we gather up, get our tally switched, and we go back in. And like I said, guys, this Dex build just puts out a lot of damage, so you can push with it really well. Probably my favorite thing about it is if I want to run 99 poise, I can, and I still have 3 tallies left after using the bullet tally to get to 99. But guys, the main thing about this build is being calm, picking your shots, and really waiting for people to kind of make a mistake. And like you'll see in this video here, you'll never see me go the red and blue feather, which makes a really big difference when you get down low in health. But with just the shared order on, guys, and the greases, you'll see the damage right here in a second. He's still at full health, and I'm pretty much blasted. But you can see how quick this build can turn a tide. No red feather, no blue feather, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's out of there. Now with Kibas, guys, you have a bunch of good attacks. You have the crouch L1, the jump L1, two-handed R1, which can be block, canceled, and breaks poise every time if it's two-handed, and it's the first attack on the Kiba. Also, guys, there's a bunch of good Ashes of War Spinning Slash is completely broken on this weapon, or it used to be when it had high armor, but it's still really good. Unsheath is probably the most devastating one, but it's the hardest one to learn how to land. But once you do, guys, it's completely devastating without the shard even. Not only that, guys, your crouch L1 has a really good roll catch on it. It does a fuckload of damage and stacks build up. So that's another one that you can also crouch L1 into unsheath. Or you can do like I do and do the jump L1 into unsheath into crouch L1. And those guys, like I said, when you do those pretty much just completely devastate somebody's HP pool completely. Just takes a little bit of time to learn the timing on it. What I always tell everybody about keepers is learn how to play with one before you learn how to try to learn how to play with two. And that's just simply because most of your good attacks with a Kiba are one-handed, and that's when you're two-handed it. I guess you'd say you're not one-handed it, but when you're two-handed it, you know what I'm saying, just have one out. So that's what you want to work on mainly, and once you get used to two, or get used to one, you start with two. Now when you start with two, the movement's kind of the same as with Lance's, guys. The main difference I always tell everybody is with Kibas, if you can learn how to Frosty Tech really well, Frosty Teching to get out of animations, or to kind of, you know, blend your animations to where you can use, you know, kind of hide an attack is a good thing too. But Frosty Teching would be something, if you want to learn Kibas, I would definitely suggest you learn how to do. But as far as PvP goes, guys, I was going to tell you guys this in the last video. The 5 things you really need to learn as far as tech wise is number 1 is learn how to hard swap. That'll make your builds much stronger because you'll be able to use a lot different aspects of your build that way. You know, it's the ritual shield and the ritual sword will give it a lot more AR, plus at certain times in the fight, like when you're low on health, it can be, you know, life-saving with the red and blue feather. Number 4, guys, would definitely be to learn spacing as good as you can. Not only that, but learn what your weapons do, which would be number 3, as far as your true combos and being comfortable with your weapons. Also know how, what priority and stuff your weapons have would be number 3. Number 2, guys, would be learn how to Frosty Tech. That is probably the most important, like I guess you'd say, glitch / tech in the game to learn. It can help you get out of animations. It can also help you stop you from pivoting. There's a million different things. And I would have to say, guys, the number 1 thing of all is to learn how to free aim and play unlock, guys. That is probably the most important thing, because a lot of times, you know, you're either going to get aim punched, or, you know, you've seen how people slide by you and stuff like that, and you don't understand it. The reason is the hitbox on some weapons are just weird. But not only that, guys, like on the Claymore, it has shitty tracking. Anything that has shitty tracking, guys, it's going to be a lot harder to land. But for some reason, if you learn how to free aim like the R2 and the crouch poke, you'll have a lot more success with it free aim. Another thing, guys, when you're playing unlocked, your hands are behind you, so it makes your hitbox smaller. And actually farther away from your opponent when you're unlocked, turned around. So that's a lot of times when you see people kind of just run, you never can hit them, and they turn around at the end of it. That's because they're spacing. Now, probably the best I've seen do that, guys, was either off stock. There's another look at him at recently with a halberd. It's pretty decent with it. But, you know, knowing your true combos, knowing how to free aim, and all the 5 that I would give you, hard swap wise, along with Frosty Tech, and guys, if you incorporate those into your game, you're going to get a higher skill level and obtain it, because it's just something that kind of, the more you know how to do, the more you know how to kind of avoid. You can literally buy your way out of a lot of shit just knowing certain things. Like, you know, with the Frosty Tech, if you throw a running R2 and you know you're going to get hit and it's going to miss, you can always take and Frosty Tech out of it to give you a little bit more time to run away or to dodge, because it'll cancel the animation. You know, just like if you get beat, you take a big wallop in the beginning and you get down below 20%, and you get your red and blue feather, you know, the damage that does, the increase, and it's just crazy. And not only that, guys, but, you know, the blue feather with the twin kyber shield on it, and then you get like a negation target, like the greater dragon crest shield. You'd be surprised at how much damage you can negate like that. So that's something else you want to learn, guys, and get familiar with. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, man. If you have, please like, subscribe, and share. And if you guys can, man, leave a few comments whether you like the video or not, or if you think I'm a fucking dumbass, either which way. It just helps the video get out, guys. And as soon as I do get to where we're monetized, guys, and we can start getting, you know, memberships and stuff like that, if I can ever start to make any money doing this, guys, what I plan on doing with it is setting up events for you guys and having tournaments to where you guys can fight, and then, you know, kind of have a tournament behind the aspect of it. I won't say we're going to go right by the exact tournament rules for PSN or LARS or whatever. I'll probably have my own rule set and weapon bans and stuff. But it'll give you guys a way, man, that, you know, on a Friday or Saturday night when we're doing tournament stuff, you guys will be able to play play the game and make a little bit of money. But guys, I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. As always, I'll do aka the Elden Armor. Peace out. Y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy the music for the rest of the clip. Later, y'all.